Okay, so today we're going to talk about instead of playing a game, why not make a game? So if you want to do that, I recommend Python. There's a lot of different Python engines to make games. One of them is RenPy, which is renpy.org, which is if you want to make a visual novel. And you can even get your game picked up by companies that will help you publish these games to consoles, which is fun. There's also one called Pygame. I believe this is also pygame.org. This one's a little more advanced, and so once you really get into Python, like you're just starting out, I would start out with this RenPy, and then you get more advanced. You get into Pygame. You can make like side-scrolling games and sort of like Mario-style games or whatever. All sorts of stuff. I mean, I think there's example projects here of plenty of little games. Even somebody like remade Street Fighter or the old Kung Fu game with Python, which is fun. Also, there's something called panda3d.com. Nope, .org. Hate that. Where this is a similar idea, except it's 3D. So if you wanted to make a 3D game, then you could make a game with Python in 3D. So anyway, this is like more advanced stuff, but it's all Python. I mean, there's like underlying this is written in C++, and don't worry about that if you don't know what that is. But all you have to know is Python if you want to actually write any of these games. So we're going to try RenPy, so we're just going to download the latest version. And, well, that's an exe, so that's Windows. This would be Mac. This is, I don't know, Linux maybe? Yeah. So I guess we're going to download this. Allow that to download. It's going to ask you for a editor, so one of these here. So if you scroll down to editor downloads on the same download page, you're going to have to use one of these. A really popular one is Atom, and you see it listed 3 times here. But there's also one called JEdit, which I think might be installed with this download. So anyways, let's take a look and see. Just going to open this file and install. See how far we can get. But these code editors are what you use to write any Python program. So what are we doing here? Why is this an exe? DMG it should be. Said DMG. Okay. It's all Windows. Oh, let's try this one maybe. So I guess it gives you both the Windows version and the Mac version, which is interesting, I guess. So I'm just going to copy this SDK folder to the desktop, and we'll see what happens. So I think what happens is they give you, the reason I'm seeing some Windows files in there is because when you publish your game, you can publish it to both Windows or Mac, and I think you can publish it to Android and Linux if you want to. So that's probably why we're seeing those files. Okay, so that's folders there now. Let's trash this and this. Okay, and let's just see if it opens. So we'll click on RenPy and open, and yes, and here we go. So now we have this launcher, and I think it comes with a tutorial. It comes with a sample project. Maybe because I have a editor installed, it's not asking me to choose an editor, but I think it's going to ask you somewhere to choose an editor. So let's just see what happens if we click Launch Project. Ooh, okay. So this is what a game would look like. It gives you a menu with a bunch of stuff in here already. This is like why it's the easy thing to start with, because you don't have to manually create all this stuff. It just gives you the template for it. And start. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's music playing. Hi, my name is Eileen. I'd like you to welcome. So basically what you do is you create characters. You give them a name and then you give them dialogue. So this is Eileen speaking. There's a background image, and then there's the character image, which is a PNG, because PNG files are just image files with a transparent background, which is why how the character can sit in front of the background. That's how she's moving. So it basically gives you everything you need here. Quick start, creating a new game. That's enough for now. Blah 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 blah. So go through that, but that's what a game looks like. So let's try the question, I guess. Can we just create launch project? The question, start. So there's some dialogue without a character, and then still, and then now we have choices. So basically it works like this. You choose something, and then it goes down a different path. Oh, okay, so we got the bad ending, apparently. And if we do this again, then I think oh, geez, I don't know. Anyway, you get the idea. Okay, can we get out of here? Oh, back, history. Okay, so it gives you all sorts of controls. Quit. Escape. Quit. Yes. So we want to create a new project. And I guess we gotta create a directory, so we'll call this RenPy game. And say open. Continue. Is it thinking? Enter the name of the project. Test novel, because these are visual novels. Continue. We choose the size of the screen, the resolution. Let's just go with. Normally I would do full screen, but let's just do this so it doesn't go full screen. And we could choose a background color. I like this one. Continue. Processing. Okay, so test novel. And I think what happens is, like, these are the files. Oops, cancel. These are the files that we need to edit in order to create the game. So the game so far now has the test novel directory, and then the game has an audio directory with nothing in it. It has a bunch of graphical user interface stuff. It has images, no images, some save folder. But really, I think all you concern yourself with to start is this script, this main script RPY file. And so, which we can see here. And so if we click on this to edit it, it asks us here, what editor do you want to excuse me, what editor do you want to use? I'm going to use this Atom. And so, oh, does it download Atom directly from here? I'm trying to keep this video under 10 minutes, darn. Okay, well, we're not going to make it under 10. We'll try to keep it under 15. Okay, so this is just downloading. I assume it's downloading Atom, but you could also yourself go to ATOM, this one here, I think, atom.io. This is what you're downloading. It's a free text editor. So if you downloaded it from here, I don't believe that this piece would be necessary. So we'll see what happens with this, because I don't know. It says downloading an update. I don't know if it's downloading Atom or an update. So update has been installed. Proceed. Alright, now let's try to edit the script again. Yes, so it did install Atom. Now you see Atom is opening up. We can right click and keep in dock. So this is a text editor, and what it does is it edits text. it's just like text. It's like Notepad, but specifically for programming. So it gives us this thing to start. So we've defined a character name Eileen, and we've defined her as E. And then we have a label, which is how you start, I guess, a section of the game. And there's a background, and then we're showing the character Eileen happy. So let's see if this works, because there should be more than nothing here. Launch the project. Launch the project. Test novel 1.0. Preferences, about, start. There we go. So we have Eileen happy. You've created a new RenPy game. Once you add story, picture, music, you can release it to the world. Okay, so then we go here. So let's go back into edit the script, and then so here's our text. So you can see E, and then there's the text. It says quotes around it. So if I wanted to do, let me just recover. I will say also, like, tabs are very important in Python. So if you see something that's tabbed, be aware that that's like not really an optional thing. So we could say sup yo, and then let's see if we can just do some text that's not Eileen speaking. And then let's see if we can say, I don't even know if this will work, but let's say hide Eileen. We might have to say hide Eileen happy, and say this is your conscience. I'm gonna misspell, but we're gonna keep it. And then see this little blue dot? It means that this is not saved, so you have to click save first. And then if we launch the project again, let's see what happens. So it would give us an error, hopefully. So we say, sup yo, this is your conscience, and then it hid Eileen. And then because she's still hidden, so let's show Eileen again after this, and so I'm going to do, was it Control S for saving? Control S, no, the heck is the save button? There we go. I just use a keyboard shortcut, or you can just go save. And then again, I don't know if we can show this. No, we have to quit and then launch again. Oh, there's a reload button. Okay, so now we have an error on line 30. So I don't know how this text got in there. It's because I was trying to do keyboard shortcuts and they weren't working. There's the wrong one. So yeah, that's how it happened. So save, okay, and quit, and launch. So now it should say, "Sup, yo? This is your conchos." And then it shows her again. And now it's just Eileen instead of Eileen Happy. You've created a pie game, blah blah blah, and then that's it. So there's an idea where you can like choose labels, like if you can give a choice in here, and if you choose something, then it'll go in a different direction. So we go through like the question and then edit this script. I don't know. Okay, whatever. This is the more complicated example they gave us. So there's fades apparently. There's play music. They have multiple characters. It looks like this menu may be what gives you the choices. So let's just try this. I'm just gonna copy, and then we're gonna open up our thing. Sup, yo. Paste. And now, if you select everything and you tab or shift tab, you can tab the whole thing. So I don't know exactly where this is supposed to be, but these jumps are to labels. So like, I should have closed that. If you look, here's our initial label, and then the menu is in line with the shows, and then the labels are always on the spline here. So if we do this, this should be fine, and we can say jump to, and I'm going to keep this misspelling theme happening. Copy, jump to paste, and then if we're going to create a label called Conchos, and we're going to create another label called later, because that's what this one is called. Okay, and let's see if this works. Labels are all yellow. So the idea is, if we choose, I think, this thing right away, it'll hide and say this is your conscious. And if we choose the second option, some about later, it'll show Eileen. That's the idea. So let's save this, and then we'll go and relaunch this game. And line 41 and 47 have a problem. 41 and 47. Labels need colons apparently. So let's try that. And let's try to, I think it said you can do Control R to reload, refresh. No, Shift R? I don't know, quit. Launch. Oh, and then I forgot to save it again. Save. Some editors will save automatically. I think you can set this to save automatically. So, oh, you can do reload right here. Cool. Start. Sup, yo. Now we have a choice. So this one would show the conscious. Yep. And then go through the rest of it. And then this one would skip that and then go to the second choice. So that's basically what this is. Like you define your characters, you start these sections. So like this is choose your own adventure. So like this is your first section, and then you give the player a choice, and then you either jump to this or this. What this did was after it hit this, it automatically went to this. So you might want to say like, you know, jump here to like, you know, this could be another jump to like the good ending, and then you'd have to just create another label called good ending or whatever. Can't spell today, but you get the idea.